Hi.
This is so cool.
Hello.
This is so cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I love this setup. You
Is
are just, you have
look,
everything
you
figured
know what I'm
out.
saying? I'm getting there,
You have it.
brother.
You're there.
I'm there.
You
I'm
are
there. I'm not
there.
gonna say I'm getting there.
You're there.
I thank
You're
you for saying that.
there.
Look at that.
This is, oh my gosh.
And the car is being driven,
Yes.
and the air is starting to flow. Let's turn it up for the, cause it ain't hot yet, but it's like playing games with us. You
It was
know.
hot earlier when when I left out. The sun was
Yeah.
out and now the sun went away. Where did
I
it
don't know.
go?
I think it got a different shift than
Yeah.
what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And I like the sun
I
because
like the sun too.
it provides life
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Vitamin
just
D.
vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
That's it.
I suffer from low vitamin D.
They say a lot of us do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I heard that a lack of vitamin D causes knee pain. I don't know
Causes what?
knee pain. Like I had joint pains growing
And
up.
I definitely have knee pain now. I
Okay,
have arthritis in my knee. Remember I showed you
you
the brace?
did.
Yeah.
We gotta get that right.
I know.
Yoga and veganism. It's like, I'm joking. Not
Really? Are you
veganism.
big? Are you vegan?
I'm a vegan, as my cousin calls it. She
What's
says
that?
a vegan is a fake vegan.
Oh,
So I
oh,
might pop out with some cheese. I might
oh!
I
I
might
love
eat some
cheese.
cheddar and not be doing better. I might I might step into some, I might pop out. I'm not drinking cow's milk, but I have
Yeah, no.
partaken in the cheese. Especially if it's on a salad. I'm not really politicking like that.
I
And
love
I
cheese.
have leather shoes. I have Clarks. So I don't I'm not an official vegan in that way. I think it's disrespectful to claim it.
I
And
know. I
they would
know.
call me out.
Yeah, they would. But
Um,
cheese, that's something I
we
can't give
like,
up
we like I know cheese.
because I love cheese. I love cheese. I love mac and cheese. I love Alfredo. I love.
Cheese.
Oh, I
Cheese.
can't. I can't. I can't.
Pepper Jack. Let's stop. Let's
Yes.
stop talking
Okay.
about the cheese.
Okay. 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 I'm
So
sorry.
I am a guy from a place, Charm City Bipper, Quis The Vndl. Marquis is the name my mama gave me.
Mm-hmm.
And I am grateful and blessed to have Michelle Gracie on this show. And I'm blessed with a lot of reasons. She has a book on the way. And a lot of other things. I'm gonna do it. Okay. So she's a director, producer, actress, author, dope individual, motivational speaker, Mrs. Get To It, not playing with y'all.
I like that.
Like what we talking about? Queen energy. It's Black History Month.
It
I'm
is.
black, y'all. I'm
I know.
black, y'all. I'm
Um.
bliggity, 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 black, y'all. And I'm grateful to be taking this ride and having this conversation. So I'm gonna stop talking and give you
I just want to say thank you
space.
for having me. This is so dope. Um, I love it. I love the setup. Like I said, this is awesome. I love what you're doing. And I listen. I on Instagram, I will catch you in the car
Mm,
doing your videos, and they're so like you spit some truth in this car,
mm,
and now you turned it into a whole car cast. Like if this isn't
mm,
like if like the the involvement of
mm,
this what you're doing is just amazing.
mm.
It's just I can't wait to see what how else it evolves and where is this gonna take you? Like I'm just so excited. And you're the first person like you said everything I did. Like you
Mm.
was just like director, producer. And I'm just like, oh,
Let's start with the heavy
oh
one.
my
Start with
goodness.
the heavy because it's weight in
I
here.
was
It's
like,
weight. Like it's a big
dang.
car and it's some big weight in this car.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
what you say, Mrs. Get to it?
Mrs. Get To It.
Oh, I like that.
We not waiting to
Mrs.
make it happen.
We're making it
We make it happen.
happen. Yeah. Mrs. Get to it. I
Mrs.
like that.
Get To
I'm gonna
It.
take that. I don't know if you called anyone else that,
Do
but
your
it's
thing.
mine
Look,
now.
own it. Hold it close.
Mrs. Get to
Yes.
it.
So
Oh, yeah, you did say though that my book is on the way. No, my book is out.
I apologize for
It's
that. It's very
out.
much out.
It's
And I
out.
said on the way because I'm thinking about the event. That's gonna be even
The
doper.
book signing is on the way.
Right.
Yeah, but no,
So
my book is out
yes,
now.
becoming a great
Yes,
man.
yes. Yes.
So, spiritual journey,
Mm.
manhood is
Mhm.
a topic that is very controversial right now
Mhm.
for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Climate, politically, if we want to talk about genderization or all of the bigger things, but in a smaller sense, black masculinity
Mhm.
is in a space that is somewhat discomforting.
Oh yeah.
And I'm choosing that word because there's a lot of redefinition happening.
Mhm.
I grew up with James Evans, Bill Cosby,
Mm.
and these are reruns. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
young, but I'm growing up with these different examples.
Yeah.
Within my family, I saw a certain standard of masculinity, and then in the world, I'm being told that certain things are okay. That my family saying they're not okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then there's the biblical definitions of masculinity,
Yes.
the
Yes.
spiritual definitions, and the historical just examples of what strong masculinity looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like a lot of this concept. For many reasons, you're a woman
Mm.
with a conception of manhood, but from removing gender,
Mhm.
you're taking it to a spiritual space,
Yes.
and
Yeah. Your
I
inner
think
man.
that's heavy in a
Yep.
man.
Your inner man. Cause before, like, after, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit cold though. I'm
Oh, I
chilly. I'm sorry. I'm
apologize.
sorry. Thank you.
I got a heavy
No,
head.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you.
looking. Yeah.
But after the book was published, I saw a sermon, and I forgot what preacher was it, but he was saying, like, your spirit man, your inner man has no gender,
Mm,
has no gender, has no age. It's a level of maturity. You go from
mm,
immature, meaning, like, you know, not little to sense, but like not mature yet, and then it grows into the level of maturity. But your inner man, like I said, they said it has no, sex, no age, and it's your spiritual in a physical body. You're spiritual
mm.
first, and you're having a physical experience. Then you said that to me. You said that to me. You're spiritual first, and you're having a physical experience. So
Absolutely.
that's what this book entails. Like, you really have to, it doesn't say it directly, but
Mm,
indirectly, if you are connected to that realm, you will see for yourself. You get what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So, yeah.
And it's truly a beautiful experience that we
Yes, it
have.
is.
It isn't perfect, but
Mm-hmm.
it's beautiful.
Yes, I went through
And
my own.
so
Yeah.
it's amazing because, as you said, you reminded me of our conversation when I was saying this is a spiritual. We are a spiritual being having a physical experience.
Yes,
So,
yes. When you said that, I was just like, yes, that's it.
and look, that's the power of conventional wisdoms and
Mm-hmm.
wisdoms in general.
Mm-hmm.
I read that, and that's someone's quote that I'm blanking
I
on
know.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But just that concept alone, so
Yeah.
many men who go through that journey come to that understanding that I'm larger. I'm a part of something larger than
Yes.
what is physically around me.
Yes. Yes.
And traveling allows you to see that as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes. I
mm,
remember when I was in college, I was at CCBC Essex, and I would sit in
mm,
class, and I would look. Wasn't even paying attention to the professor, and I would look out, and I said, "There is something greater out there that I need to be doing." I said that. I knew that,
mm,
and the moment I connected with God and started building my relationship with God, those things were revealed. What
mm.
I the great work I was put on earth to do.
Purpose.
It purpose.
Purpose.
I knew. I'm just like something. I was just like, I'm not supposed to be here in this room, in this classroom, in this
Mm,
school. I'm not supposed to be here. I know I'm not, but and it was coming to me a little bit.
mm.
I said I want when I was when I was in college, I was going to, I was in the process of writing a book, totally different from what this book is. I was actually going to write my autobiography, but and so I was dipping and dabbing in writing, then I was dipping and dabbing in acting. But it wasn't until my life got turned upside down is when I had to do it wholeheartedly.
Mm.
Cause the only way out my purpose was going to get me out
Absolutely.
of that hole I was in.
Absolutely.
It was just like, okay, God was like, all right, I'm gonna make it so you don't have no other choice but to do it.
That's why I called you Get To It. Mrs. Get To It. And I call myself Mr. Make It Happen,
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Motion. I call a lot. I use a lot of different terms about myself.
Okay.
And when I find people who are doing it as well, I love to just give that away.
Yeah.
Because when your back is against the wall, you only got one direction to go. You're either gonna go in that direction or lay down.
Yeah.
I'll just lay back. This isn't fair.
Yep.
Like, nah, fam. Like, I had a lot of evolution with this in particular. I started podcast ideas with friends.
Yeah. Okay.
I started podcast ideas with friends multiple times.
Yeah.
So the initial ideas were other people's podcasts. And I was like, oh, let me figure out how I can make their work within their world.
Yes.
So same thing with music. I
Yes.
initially started with like
that album was so dope, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Look out.
Bakar?
Yes,
Oh
Bakar.
my gosh.
Car to God. Yeah.
When I came to y'all listening party and I heard that, I said, what? I didn't even know you had it in you. I didn't even know you did that. So I was just like, this is like that album so dope. Are you guys making another one?
It is up in the air.
Please do. It was so good.
I'm getting back to music.
Please do.
So that's a part of evolution. And I had to go on a journey of my own, away from everybody.
Okay.
So like my journey took me away from my family.
Okay.
At different points. But the blessing is how people come back in your life.
Yes.
And when they come back, you set the terms.
Oh, yes.
Because of who you are now.
Yes.
But you have to go become.
You can't address me how you used to address me.
No. I'm Hemi Turner now.
I'm not
Mr. Make It Happen.
I'm Mrs. Get To It. I am not the same. I am not the same.
In any capacity.
In any capacity.
That's the part that's special. I treat myself different.
Oh, yeah.
There's things that I don't allow myself to do to myself. You know, I don't sit in space like, I could do better. What I wonder, like, what they think of me. What are they feeling right now? What are they feeling about how I'm showing up? Like, I have to sit with it at times, but not too long. Because as I've dealt with different things in life, I recognize, like, there's nothing getting me out of the bed at 5 a.m. but me.
But you.
There's nothing getting me under this weight but
you wake
me.
up at 5 a.m.?
I like to wake up early.
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to when I was doing Lyft. I used to get out 5 a.m., sometimes even 4. And because I knew, like, if I didn't work those certain times, I wouldn't make a certain money that, a certain amount of money that day. But now I'm trying to get back into it with my own business because I'm a full-time entrepreneur now. So I don't know.
I'm in a similar space. I would say I'm claiming that now. I'm a contractor, but it's based on my entrepreneurial efforts. So my brand, this is a part of my brand, a guy from a place. The yoga that I'm doing is a part of my brand. The music is a part of my brand. The books that I'm coming with as well.
Oh, yes.
All of it. You know, all of it is to be a world of motion, momentum, evolution, growth, releasing and accepting accepting what has to go and accepting what's being brought to me that's meant for me.
Yes.
So it's a lot to deal with. The 5 a.m.s, it powers me. It's one of those things where it's like I told my cousin this on a podcast prior to this one. I'm really big on references.
Okay.
What are my references? So when you are looking out of that window at CCBC Essex, I was there too. I went to that. I was up there in I think 2015. So 2015 to like 18. I stayed a little long. Okay.
Me too. Today at 2015, like a little bit of 20. After I graduated 2014, 2015, 2016.
In the sections.
Yeah. So and I was taking a little bit of classes at a time. Like I don't even know was I a freshman, sophomore? I didn't
Mm.
know. I was just there,
Look at
man.
the blessing of it though, because you have a reference with what's not gonna work. And that's what I'm so big on. I want to make the mistakes that need to be made early. I want to find out what doesn't work. I want to find out, oh, I'm not cool. I'm not that cool on alcohol like that. So, like, it's people that's going to offer it to me when I get in a space, and there's like money on the table in certain spaces where you don't want to find out you're not good at alcohol when there's money on the table. You don't want to find out you're not built for certain things when opportunity in the room, right?
Yes.
So these are the beautiful parts. It's like you want to know yourself as well as you can, and the way to learn yourself is to lose yourself, because that's how you find yourself. And all of it's so. Oh, it's
if you wanna find yourself, lose yourself. That's lose what you thought was it.
It's rebirth.
Yeah.
And look, that's even something in the scriptures where it's like you have to lose. I think you lose the world to gain all that Christ did, or gain all that the power of God is. You have to lose what you
leave everything behind. Leave everything behind and follow me. Ooh, you talking my language now. You talking?
It's real, but that's the beauty of this process.
Yes,
because becoming is about what you let go of.
Yes.
The process of me becoming was letting go of my inferiorities.
Yes.
Letting go of my insecurities. Letting go of fears.
Yes.
Letting go of what was.
Yes.
So that I could be.
Yes. That's exactly. That's exactly what happened to me.
I'm getting cold. Let me stop playing.
See?
I apologize.
Yeah.
Look at where we at.
Look. See, look, the sun out no more, y'all.
Yeah, it's playing with us.
But that is exactly what happened to me, and I guess that's the place where I wrote from. But like, I made it into a fictional story. You know, you can tell in the book, like this man is like. That's why I say he's going from one place to another, but one place to another, spiritually, physically, mentally, and financially, because God is not going to forget. God wanted to take you from one place to another spiritually, but he also got plans for you financially, mentally, physically. He wants to prosper you, take you to new heights. You get what I'm saying? He does it. You know, he's not going to do one without the other. Everything has to align. Everything has to align. He wants to increase you. What they say, increase your territory. Increase your territory within yourself first.
Yes. I'm going in the right direction.
Yes, you are. So I'll be, you know, when I'll be in the mall. I'll be going to the mall, but we can stay in this area if you want, you know. Yes. But yeah, like he wants to enlarge your territory, and that's I write about that. Like I make sure I put that in my book and with the character. You know, I believe God gave me a great story, and I just can't wait for you guys to read it. I can't wait for you guys to read it, and I can't wait. You know, I don't know how I'll be able to share my story, my whole story, but I don't know, write a memoir one day. But I have a story of my own, and if I try to share it in one setting, I'll miss a point. I'll miss a step.
I've been thinking about that a lot because this space is a lot of things.
Yeah.
My first podcast, or my intro podcast, I say the intention is to share my journey, share my reflections.
We're not gonna lose service, are we, if we go underneath the thing?
No.
Okay.
So the good part is I don't even need service. Right? Yeah, that's how I'm rocking.
Okay. So but go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just making sure you look good.
Yes.
I'm just making sure you good.
We handling business.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Look, I want the rooftop view. I want to look up, look at the little towers in the sky. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I sat with a lot of what I started out with. Like, what was my initial intention? And I've been longing to share my testimony.
That's what it is.
It's just a lot at times.
It's a lot.
It's a long story.
It's a long story.
It's funny because I hear people like, you should do therapy, and I'm like, I've done therapy and I've journaled and
did that as well.
I've talked to God, and I've sat with a lot of it. I've unpacked it, repacked it, carried it a little longer than I had to, let the bag. Like, I've done as much as I could with it, and I'm here with it and I want to find a way to speak on some things that I haven't spoke on in a way that doesn't harm my professional desires. So it's a mix because I have some truth that needs to be heard.
Yes.
And I have to, I don't even say I have to. I'm getting to the point of like understanding what am I afraid of when it comes to sharing my testimony.
Ooh.
And what am I afraid of losing? Because I've said this too. I keep coming back to references. I have been popular. I've been lame. I've been skinny. I've been fat. I've been muscular and strong. I've been weak and frail.
Oh, wow.
I've been full. Every food I could want, and I've had no food at all.
Wow.
So I've been to different levels of the different ways that life is. I've had freedom, and I've sat in a cell for 8 hours.
Wow.
So I've had stable mind.
And I had
sense
instability.
and instability to the point where they say I have a mental illness that I won't overcome.
Wow.
So to be at those different ends of the spectrum, those peaks and those valleys, and find a way to share it in a healthy way is what I've been looking for, because
me too.
It's
honestly,
so heavy.
Me too. I'm in the same boat because, and I'm also afraid to share. I share it personally with people, right? But to share it on a larger platform, or I've shared I shared my testimony in writing, but as far as speaking, I'm afraid too, and and honestly, we have to know we may lose things when we share it, people, places, and things, but if we're losing them,
You never had them.
You never had them. You never had them. And that sharing, speaking your truth, truth sets you free, and it sets the other people free that's attached to you, right? That don't. I'm like, all right, maybe I don't like what she's about. Maybe I don't like what Marquis is about. And that's okay. You don't have to agree. See you. You set me free. You set yourself free. And it's just like everyone's free. No one's in bondage.
I guess every 15 minutes, someone's getting on the bus out of my life. And I'm grateful that they are.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody else getting off of that bus with a lot of love and a lot of positive intention.
Yep.
So it's so beautiful. And I use... You can't say beautiful without smiling.
I know.
You can't say wonderful without smiling. Like like, I guess I am. I won't deny it, because it's so much that I've seen on the other end.
Yeah.
I've seen darkness.
Yes.
I've seen what people. I've heard people say, "I wish I was him," and I've met him, and I'm like, "Yo, he don't want to be him."
Jesus.
Like, I've seen that up close. And I've had those conversations where they're like, "Oh, this don't make sense to me." And I'm like, you talking to me like I know the answers. But I needed them to give me that, so I now have the reference that it can't be on you. You can't put it on. I can't put that on if it's not in me.
Some things just can't be bought. You just gotta be, born with it.
And sometimes you got to go through it. You can't
to make it to be instilled in you.
Has to be experienced.
It's an experience. And people, I learned recently about representatives. The first, when you meet someone, you're meeting who they want you to see. I mean, this social media, that's what social media is all about, representatives. And I try to be authentic as possible. You're going to see my process. You're going to know that this is real, and I've lost it all. And I gained, I lost it again. And I gained. And you're going to, if I'm in my car, you're going to see me in my car. And if I'm on the bus, I'm going to make a video while I'm on the bus stop. You're
with a
not
smile.
with a smile. You're just not, I'm not going to pretend like I have it all figured out. I am trying to figure it out. I'm
You figured it out. You figured it out. You know why you figured it out?
Yeah.
Because that's the principle of this.
Mm.
Penthouse or basement, I'm happy. And I'm going to set the rules.
And that, I don't even think
Mm.
you can call it happiness. I think that's joy.
I love that.
That
I live
joy.
for joy. I live for bliss.
Because
I live for the because happy is
temporary.
yes, it's fleeting.
It's contingent on what's happening in your happiness. It's contingent on what's happening.
I'm gonna face you.
Yes!
Happiness.
Yes!
I'm not pursuing. I'm
Joy,
embodying my work.
Joy is everlasting. That's what one of the things that God promises. You get like when I started developing my relationship with Him, I experienced true joy. And someone said to me, they was just like, how can you be going through so many trials and you have this joy? I envy that. And I'm just like, that is God. And you don't have to envy it because you have access to God just as much as I do. He's not
Where's
far.
he at? They like, hey, can I borrow him? Can I borrow him from you? Can I hold him? I'm like,
you have access
talk
to
him.
him. You have access to him. He's not far. The resource, I can't even say resources. I mean, he's not far. He's not far. And I feel like, I don't know. It's just it's a disconnect.
Look, it's a major. Let me breathe. Cause
I know, cause we get out of breath of it.
That's the one. It's why are you disciplined?
Oh yeah.
How do you stay so faithful? How can you talk to him because he's always been there. He's faithful to. He was there when my grandmother died. He was there when my grandfather died when I was younger, probably before I was 6.
Wow, sorry
when my
to hear that.
grandmother died when I was 11. When my grandfather on my mom's side died when I was 12.
Okay.
When my great grandmother, like people that meant something to me.
Yeah.
And meant something to the people I loved.
Yeah.
Is the heavier part.
Yeah.
Granddad dying before 6. That's my father's father.
Right.
How does he move after that?
Right.
He's now hurt and dealing with trauma in a way that I'm receiving.
Yeah.
Grandma dying at 11 or 12. My mom's now in a space of trauma that I'm receiving.
Oh, yeah.
And grandfather dying not too long after that. I mean, I think later in high school, and I had a friend pass away toward the end of high school from cancer. So she had a brain tumor.
She went to Western?
She did.
Yeah, okay.
AAW, never failure, always a lesson.
Aww.
Love you.
Aww.
So it's amazing how all of those references are what give me love for life. Because I know what it's like to not have it.
Oh, yeah.
I know what loss looks like.
Yeah, what grief looks like.
We know failure more than we know success. And when you get comfortable with understanding failure is not my end.
Yes.
I'm not going to curse. I'm going to do my best to keep my mouth clean. But it's not my end.
It's express yourself.
It's not my end. I'm trying to get some sponsorships. Cause God like money too. And I need people to stop with all of that. God, and I'm not gonna speak for God. But my understanding of my
abundance
is abundance.
And He loves abundance.
There is a lack of nothing in this world.
Oh my God.
And I say that because joy is within us. We didn't have to go seek it out. We could be in Miami. We could be in the Bronx. We could be in the slums of India. If we have the intelligence and know-how and the faith that this is possible, it will be. You have your event. I'm like, oh, this is dope. Life.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for creating the space, the book, and sticking to a goal.
Thank you.
So that it was possible.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
That's how it all comes together. You're welcome. I'm truly grateful because as I'm sitting with it, like, you committed to a goal and I committed to a goal. I committed to a goal 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a vision. I want to do a podcast.
Yes.
I'm going to be talking.
Yes.
I've watched countless hours of YouTube.
Okay.
Like dudes just talking, just like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
In many different formats.
Wow.
I've watched some people who people don't want to talk about because I'm not drunk. I wasn't cutting cards.
Okay. Yeah.
I went from Alex.
Not you whispering.
I went to some far extremes on both ends, liberal and conservative. I watched Christian. I watched people that people don't want to be watched.
Yeah.
I've watched people who get banned. And I'm okay with saying it because I understand that ideas are what they are. When you attach to an idea and you define yourself as that idea, that's when you've lost yourself.
Oh.
I am not the idea. The thought is not me. The thought is moving through me. If I accept it to be me, that's all it will ever be. That's why I am Mr. Make It Happen. You are Mr. Get to It. What we talking about? What we talking about? So when I say,
that was some bars. That was some bars.
Committing to this thought. Watching these countless hours, going from ad YouTube to paying for premium so I can speed through them. I'm paying $17 a month to watch people talk. And it looks like I'm wasting time.
You was committed.
I didn't even know I was doing it. And that's what the calling is.
The best thing you can invest in, the best thing you can put into an I'm trying to say this right. Let me it's coming. I gotta say how I'm trying to, how I feel it. The investing your time in the beginning of a project or an idea is the most valuable thing you can. It's not even money.
Time before money.
It's the time before money. And I put time in this book.
Yes, ma'am.
I put time in my book. I put time in my business. I was working at my business before I was making the money. I was putting the time in. So what's happening now for me is not a surprise.
That's the part.
I'm not surprised that I'm grateful, right? And I'm humbled about it. But it's not a surprise because God is doing everything. He said he was going to do this before it happened, and I believed him. And that's the thing why I'm able to finish the mission. I'm able to finish the project because he said it was going to happen, and I believed him. I believe God. I believe in God, and I believe everything he said. Call me gullible. I don't care.
I won't even say it's gullible. I won't never say it's gullible. Because, like I said, if you can see it, it will be.
Oh.
If you can see it, it will be.
I was for sure. I saw it.
Yes.
He showed me. He showed me the plans he had for me.
You feel it. That's what this experience is. That's why we're spiritual beings having a physical experience, which a feeling tells you is what matters the most. It's moments where I haven't shown up in spaces and got ostracized for not doing, and I was like, no, my spirit ain't feel right. So
right.
I'm cool.
Yep.
I was supposed to do so much better at Poly in my mind.
Yeah.
The vision I had.
Me too.
The expectations that were pressed upon me. The things that people wanted.
Yeah.
What I thought I had to meet. Didn't meet it. Got depressed.
Same.
Thoughts of I don't deserve this.
Oh my God.
I don't deserve life.
I
deserve life.
By the time I got to 12th grade, man, I was so down because of this college thing. I was like,
don't leave that money on the table. Don't leave that money on the table. Early bird gets the worm. Because if you don't go to one of these schools, you're too smart and you're too pretty to not go to one of these schools. You're too intelligent. I said, listen, brother, I don't got no bread. I don't come from no monies. I like the idea. No, it's just $20,000 a year.
I didn't want to go to school what I was going to school for. I didn't want to be that. I wanted to be an actress. I've always wanted to be an actress.
Yes.
And if only I opened my mouth and say, hey, I have a dream and it doesn't look like the norm. It doesn't look like the norm. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be I don't want to be physical therapy assistant. I want to be an actress. So direct me to an acting school. But I'm 12th grade. We didn't.
We were already processed and turned up to be what we were supposed to be by that standard.
Yes.
This is what's so special. I needed to go through it the way that I did.
For sure.
Because now that I'm here, you're not telling me anything references. I got a reference for what depression look like. I got a reference for darkness when I'm not living my purpose. When I'm moving away from what God intends for me, I know what comes from that. And I'm not for it.
2 years ago, I said, I asked someone, she was, she suffered from depression. I said, well, how do you feel when you are pursuing your purpose? And she said, the depression is gone.
Absolutely. Why would you ever move away from it? Why would you let life take you away from it? Why would I let anybody think?
I feel like that's why a lot of people may be depressed now, because they're not connected to what they was created to do, and they're not fulfilling their purpose. I could be wrong. The depression comes in many different forms, many different reasons, passed down, family and stuff like that. But for me, that was one of the reasons of why I was depressed, because I even cried, watching a movie, watching Transformers, and I'm just like, yo, what is my purpose? I'm crying like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? This is not it. And I was in school, I was in college, and I'm texting, my boyfriend at the time, my ex-boyfriend, he's my ex-boyfriend now, but my boyfriend at the time, and then I was texting him, I'm crying, I'm like, I don't know my purpose. But God answered. God answers.
With a loudspeaker. But look, I said,
Michelle,
you that's what you finna do. I ain't playing with you, shorty. I ain't, and like I like to hear him in a voice that's cool to me.
Yeah, me too.
Michelle, this is what you are going to do. Like,
no, my voice for me is like, yo, show,
get to it.
Show, get it together. Leave that relationship. Leave those friends. Like, don't even focus on the friends right now. Don't even focus on the partying right now. I need you isolated with me so we can get your mind right, so we can get your focus, so we can get your vision right. I got some stuff for you to do, and you gonna like this. I promise.
Yo, Keys, check it out. So, I know you enjoying all this food. Mom's just cooking my G, but like, ease up. Let go of some of that food.
Ooh.
You don't got to eat the steak and the pork and you don't got to eat the shrimp and the crab cake and and just anything. A glutton. Straight up, you don't gotta be there, my G. Ease up on the food. We gonna start walking. Okay, so we walking. Okay, so your man said you trying to go to the gym. You not no bluffing it. You ain't no bluffing. You gonna take it to the gym.
God going to. That's how God. That's your God voice.
Now
right
we
there.
got the 5 a.m.s. Now we got the 5 a.m.s.
I'm trying to get on that level.
Look, but this is the why. I was so irritated with myself.
Okay.
I was working at Five Guys on accident. And I say on accident because I didn't know my worth.
Okay.
I needed some quick money. People was like, you just laying around doing nothing. I take Five Guys on as a job. I worked there for 3 days. I got tired sweeping the floor. And I said, never again. I will never be this damn weak. So I'm sweeping the floor and mad at myself. Having to stay later. It's just a lot of things not going the way they're supposed to. Yeah. And I'm just accepting things because that's what you supposed to. I don't do supposed to do. Ooh. I don't do supposed to do. I do what I want to do. I do what I'm allowed to do.
Ooh.
So when I'm stepping deeper into the space, 5 a.m. became this thing of like, if I can do that, I can fucking do anything.
Okay.
So that's the only reason. And I don't push it. If your life calls for it, lean into it, but find a 5 a.m. So when I say a 5 a.m., find something that proves to yourself as a reference. Y'all wake up at 4 in the morning. Like, who can beat me if I went to sleep at 10, woke up at 4, and got all my goals accomplished before the world started? Like, who can beat me? That's my gift to myself. So it was just a mentality thing consistently, and I've gotten used to it to the point where it's the gift that keeps on giving. Like, I woke up this morning. I got to do like my practices that I do. I got to read, got to eat a meal I like to eat. It's before social media start. Yeah. That's the bigger part too. It's like,
yeah, because when I get up at 9 or 10, I miss my devotion because I like reading. I like reading the Bible in the morning. I like meditating, prayer. So I need to. This is the second time 5 a.m. has came to my attention. So.
Like, I'm going to send that text. Wake up! Wake up! It's Charm City Bipper! Audio message.
I think God is calling me to the 5 a.m. committee.
5 a.m. Y'all get y'all 5 a.m. But look,
that means I gotta go to bed early.
So this is the bigger part. 5 a.m. gave me this because at the 5 a.m.s by 7, I get to record my video. Had to work. I did everything I had to do by 6.
Okay.
I'm thinking of the podcast, right? This was back in January.
Okay.
Like early January. I think the beginning of January, I'm recording. By January 20th, 23rd, I start posting them. So I was like 17 days ahead of my schedule as I'm dropping them to get my consistency. That's my little tip to anybody that wants to do anything.
So what time you go to bed?
I'll say this too. Yoga and eating different energizes me in a way that, like, I can't explain. Okay. So like I'll be eating oats. I got a smoothie for lunch, like, and a salad and some pizza. But I'm about balance too. So if you see me eating some cookies, mind your business. Cause that banana pudding, goddamn, that banana and the banana bread. I got the banana bread out of love.
Really?
Cause they were asking me like, can you shout out these orders? I was like, hell yeah. So I'm like,
yo, that banana pudding.
Order 65. Step up for Creole Soul. So I got.
Wait, you was over there working?
Yeah, just for a second. I miss the outside. I be places. I make people smile. I can't help it. You know, so
I'm he at the meet and greet working. So, I didn't even hear you. I didn't even hear you in the mic.
Look, life be happening. But you over there selling out bucks. That's why.
I definitely worked that room.
Moving that weight.
I was working.
Yeah.
After my, it was from 4 to 6, and then it was finished. Like, but we could still lounge around, because they had live music or whatever. So I looked at the table. I looked at the boxes. I looked at the room. I said, "There's money on the table."
Facts.
I got up. I started working that room. I was selling the books at each table.
No, wait. Look at God. When there's money on the table, work to your advantage, and it was a curse to you leaving high school. Look at God when the words used to destroy you are now empowering you. Oh, you ain't nothing. I'm everything. Ooh. And then some. Ooh. You lose some, you win some. I don't care if they can't come because I'm getting income. What we talking?
Oh my God. It's your words from it. I forgot he is an artist. So, he's an artist.
But that's the part that's so heavy.
Your lyrics, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But
what is it called? Lyricist? You're a
lyricist, indeed. A poet, an author by nature. Like, I've always been a conversationalist. I've been talking. I used to talk to my grandfather and have deep conversations. So it's like, to be able to talk to the different men in my life, and just like I said, I lost myself. And one of my favorite books is The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. I might be saying his name wrong, but
is it fiction?
The Alchemist is a spiritual book, could be fiction, but it's a story based on something similar. God going from place to place to find himself and treasure. And as he goes and stops in these different places, now you gotta get the book. You ain't seen The Alchemist?
No.
That's heavy. But look, he goes, his name is Santiago, I think.
Okay.
And he's going from place to place. And he meets these different people along the way. And he leaves light in so many different spaces, but doesn't realize he's leaving so much light because he doesn't know his worth. He doesn't realize he's the treasure. So he gets back to where he started to recognize, I'm it. So I'm saying that to say a lot of what we struggled through was for our betterment.
Yes.
Everything is for my betterment.
Yes.
It's something I wholeheartedly believe in.
Yes.
Not getting into the college I thought I was supposed to go to. Saying no to Frostburg even though I had like a little bread.
I said no to Frostburg too. But no, I said no to Frostburg for I listened to someone that I was, close to. But, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna just keep it real.
I'm
gonna keep it real. So I was in a relationship, and he told me, like, you go to Frostburg, I don't know if we can be together because it's so far. Do y'all know I didn't go to Frostburg? Do you know I didn't go to? Do you know I didn't go to Frostburg because of
that? Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, you could never catch me outside now. I would never make a decision. I will never make a decision because what that see now,
Mm.
I know that that's not alignment.
Mm.
That relationship is not alignment because the one for you, they gonna be for you, bruh.
I left
No
some.
matter what.
I didn't accept love because I was still in love with somebody.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it
me
was
too.
new love.
Me too.
It was new love.
I went through that too.
I'm
I
sorry.
was still holding on to a relationship, to a
It
person,
was dead.
hoping that they will come back. And I dated, but in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I'm waiting. I was waiting,
Your Jodeci.
spiritually waiting.
I'm still waiting for you to come back to love.
Those spiritual soul ties are real.
Oh, absolutely. Heavy.
Heavy.
They don't and they have to be broken by serious intention.
Serious.
So praying for it to be released.
Writing.
Finding new ways.
Yeah.
Loving yourself.
Loving yourself.
And I used to pick on people or just be like, I don't get that whole love thing until I did. Like, you got to really learn what loving yourself look like. Because the more you give yourself, the less you take from other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not taking your blood. Yeah. And you keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
I am not going to go. I'm not waiting for my day to be good.
Ooh.
I'm not waiting for somebody else to make my day good.
Ooh, yes.
I'm not waiting for the weather to be what I need it to be to make my day good.
Yes,
like, hey, you want to go out to this name? Oh, no, I'm busy. Hey, you want to go out to this name? Red, no response. Oh, you want to go out to this name? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Damn, she don't want to go. What I'm finna do? I guess I'm just chilling in the crib. And like I send a
No,
message.
you go out too.
I go out by my damn self.
You go out by yourself.
I done been, and it's better to go out by yourself sometimes because you might pick something up at the bar.
Man,
you might
I've been to the movies, dinner. I've done a lot of things
and
by
the pockets
myself.
well, as a
For
man,
men.
the pocket's treating you a little better.
Yeah.
But fellas, go to the bar, get a drink, and mind your business. I mean, it's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
In a movie, dinner in a movie, give yourself I don't want to call it nothing crazy. I gotta think of something crazy.
What?
No, but just like
you're okay. Here you come.
But just give yourself what you expect from other people.
Oh yes.
And people will recognize that you give that to yourself.
Yes.
So that's what they'll give you.
Yes.
People see you like, I'm so stupid. Eventually, somebody gonna call you
stupid.
dumb. Right?
Yeah.
He's pretty dumb.
3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago. I can't remember. It was 3 or 4 years ago. For Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Love Day.
Love Day.
So I got dressed up, heels, dress, makeup, did my nails, and I took a lift because I wasn't driving at the time. I took a lift up here. I went to 7 West, and I after 7 West, I did a movie. I'm dressed up in heels. I'm doing this by myself. And when I went to 7 West, the host sat me down and he was like, "Are you by yourself?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Why, you're so pretty?" And I didn't have an answer for that because I guess
That's
it was,
hot.
there wasn't. I don't know. I don't think that question was for me. I think it was mainly for him. Like he needed to answer that.
He needed to validate it.
Yeah. So I didn't even answer it, and I was just, I enjoyed myself. I took myself to the movies. Then when I went to the movies, and the women at the movie saw, they was like, "Oh my God, you by yourself and you dressed up? Go ahead, girl. I want to do that too." So it was empowering to them.
I'm surprised he ain't throwing that on the other end. You know anything after this?
No, he didn't.
He didn't try to holler?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Because it is empowering, and some men are intimidated by that. Hello.
Oh. I'm gonna pound you. I had the mic in my. Go ahead. Do your. Bless your heart, baby. But look,
I thought you was giving me your mic.
That's real.
I'm not used to this stuff.
That's real though.
Yeah, I think he was. He knew it was empowering too, and he was. But I'm not alone tomorrow, so.
Okay, do your thing.
I'm not gonna be alone tomorrow. Yeah, I got me a good man. A good man.
A black man.
Yes, good black man.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Don't mind your business. But really,
yeah, he's a good one.
It is a blessing.
Yeah.
To know yourself, to be able to learn yourself.
Yeah.
It is.
I would say that do that first.
Absolutely. But that's the start of everything.
Yes.
Everything starts with what you know about yourself.
Yourself.
And knowing yourself is Like, do I need time to myself?
Yeah.
Am I being drained by these people?
Yes.
Who do I cut off? Who do I keep around? How much do I give to a situation?
Mhm.
Maybe this is just a season. A lot of it is just a season.
Yeah.
Even when you're going through turmoil, like I always use the analogy that it's storms that come.
Yeah.
And during a storm, everybody's affected.
Yes.
Like, you're going through a storm, but everybody around you is affected by this storm.
Yes.
How are people acting within the storm? Are people driving crazy and get out the road? Like, what you doing, bro? Some people have that energy around you. Like, man, that's just stupid. What you mean that's stupid? I feel something about this. Oh, man, stop being, stop being that cool. So when the storm lets up, sun comes back out. And it's like, oh, I'm shining. I'm lit. It was dark. It's not now.
Ooh.
So, like, what's the answer for when you was honking behind me like a bitch? What's the answer for that? What's the answer for when you didn't have no money for? What's the answer for when you drove past me and let the water hit me? Like, you saw me in the rain and you ain't stopped to pick me up. What's the answer for that?
Ooh.
Oh, the storm's gone, my G. The storm's gone. And I'm here. And I am who I said I was in the rain, nigga. And I gotta say it. I am who I said I was in the rain. When I said, yo, I'm gonna be up, I meant it.
He's saying everything.
You know?
He's saying everything I want to say.
So, but that's the masculine energy. But really, when that storm passes, I was taking notes, and the paper might have got wet, and it might be like ink wilding. But I know what my handwriting looked like before the paper got wet. And I know who was there, and I know who wasn't. And you're not going to rewrite history.
And I know what everyone said during that time. When you're down bad and someone say something to you, you remember. And they deny.
Absolutely.
They deny.
Gaslights. They got gaslights.
Oh,
it ain't dark.
They deny. I'm just like.
Because I'm the light now. It ain't dark. You ain't going to put darkness over what you did. Because I know. I still see it on you. You still wearing that same outfit from when you still got that in your closet. You still got that in your outfit. You got that in your closet. You wear that still. Don't play with me. So when I say get to it, this book was manifested. This book was, I'm looking out this window, I don't know what's next. This book was, I'm crying about the experiences that I'm having by myself. And these people laughing at me because all I'm playing is gospel. This book was, I'm showing up to church on time. Or I might be late and they looking at me crazy in the church, but I know why I'm there. And I showed up in time for the sermon I was supposed to get. Even when I walked in the door late. So feel what you want to feel, but the real gonna be real. And we gonna chill and chill.
You are in the spirit room right now because you're saying some stuff that I went through, and I never shared that with you.
And you know why I know? Because that's what it takes to become a great man, and that's what it takes to become a great man. That's what it takes to make a book called Become a Great Man.
Ooh.
That's what it takes to do a podcast called A Guy from a Place. Rename yourself Charm City Bipper. Start your Instagrams over. Fail in front of people. That's what it takes to do it. It don't take no magic. And if you waiting for magic, it ain't finna happen. You gotta be your magic, baby. Love. What's your time schedule? Because I don't want to overhold.
I do. Like 3:15. Gotta wrap up at 3:15.
All right, so I'm gonna do this for y'all. Go get what you after. Stop waiting and asking permission to be yourself. All you gotta do is be you, because that's all that's ever real and ever gonna be true.
Yeah.
I am a guy from a place. Charm City Bipper. Quis The Vndl. Marquis is the name my mama gave me. I'm here with an awesome guest who has a book that is out now. Stop playing around, riding around town, not copping it. Get what you gotta get.
Yes.
Put them dreams in motion.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you.
So, yes, you can order my book, Becoming a Great Man, written by Michelle Gracie, on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, and Google Play. You can access all for those streams by going to www.sweetvictoryproductions.com, and my book is on the front page. Click that shop button and you'll see all the streams, all the platforms where you can order the book from. Or you can just go to the book, Amazon and Barnes & Noble, iTunes and Google Play.
Big,
and type it in yourself.
Big facts. Big facts.
4 streams.
Big facts.
4 streams.
Get it.
4 platforms.
Get it.
Yes.
Get it and get it again.
Almost, and it's about to be on audiobooks. My book was accepted on audio books too. So I just gotta, give them that bread. I'll give them that bread.
Soft cover and hard cover. Chill on. Get a physical. Put it in your library. Read it. Read it. It's Black History Month. Stop playing with yourself. Put that camera down. Oh, put that phone down. Put that. Let me stop. I gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Okay.
I love y'all and major love for you for showing up for this space.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. This gonna take far. This about to
be. Become great. Stop playing with yourself.
Playing. Listen to this man. We out.
Take me higher. I just wanna feel